Hello les amis, j'espère que vous allez bien. Bienvenue pour un nouveau live sur Retour vers le futur. Aujourd'hui, nous allons faire le chapitre 4 du jeu, donc 4 sur 5. Avant d'aller plus loin dans le live, je tiens à m'excuser parce que j'arrive pour ce live ce soir un petit peu plus tard que d'habitude. Je m'en excuse. Donc aujourd'hui, nous allons attaquer le chapitre 4. Avant d'attaquer ce fameux chapitre 4, au cas où vous n'auriez pas suivi les 3 premiers chapitres, sachez que les 3 premiers lives sont en rediffusion. Donc si vous voulez aller les regarder, n'hésitez pas, ils sont disponibles sur ma chaîne. Voilà, au cas où vous n'auriez pas non plus suivi le début de l'histoire, je vais faire juste un petit résumé du chapitre d'avant, donc le chapitre 3. En fait, après les événements du chapitre 2, Marty est revenu dans les années 80, mais il a découvert une version alternative de la réalité. Et cette version alternative, en fait, est un monde qui est dirigé par le mystérieux First Citizen Brown. Est-ce que cette personne a un lien avec Doc ? Je ne répondrai pas à cette question. La réponse est dans le chapitre 3, donc n'hésitez pas à aller voir l'ancien live si vous le souhaitez. Mais en gros, oui, il arrive dans un monde dirigé par le mystérieux First Citizen Brown. Voilà. J'en dis pas plus. Allez voir le chapitre 3 si ça vous dit. Et nous, on va commencer le chapitre 4 du coup. Et j'en profite pour dire bonsoir à notre ami Nelson qui vient de nous rejoindre. Comment tu vas ? Donc, on va commencer le chapitre 4. Je prends du coup une nouvelle partie, j'attends que ça charge. Alors je précise juste un truc. Encore une fois, je le répète à chaque live, mais c'est pour être sûr que tout le monde ait bien l'info. Ici, vous voyez les titres des 5 chapitres du jeu, mais ne vous inquiétez pas, ils ne spoilent absolument rien de l'histoire du jeu. Ce que je veux dire par là, c'est que vous n'avez pas d'informations sur l'histoire dans le titre de chacun de ces chapitres. Voilà. Donc si vous posez la question, vous n'allez pas être spoilé. On va faire tout de suite le chapitre 4. Ça va bien et toi ? Bah oui, ça va Nelson, merci. Le chapitre 4 s'appelle Double Vision. Du coup, autre chose que je précise, dans les chapitres d'avant, il me proposait de continuer la partie. Là, il ne me propose que nouvelle partie pour la simple et bonne raison que le jeu Retour vers le futur, avant de le faire en live, je l'avais déjà fait une seule fois, mais je m'étais arrêtée à la fin du chapitre 3. Donc en fait, j'avais fait les 3 premiers chapitres et ensuite j'ai arrêté, faute de temps. Non pas parce que le jeu était pas bien, hein, le jeu est exceptionnel selon moi d'un point de vue scénaristique et d'un point de vue vraiment ambiance, histoire, etc. Je le trouve très très bon jusqu'à maintenant. Mais là pour le coup, on va entrer dans la partie du jeu que je ne connais pas puisque je n'ai absolument jamais joué les 2 derniers chapitres. Donc celui de ce soir et celui du prochain live, je ne les connais pas, je les découvre en même temps que vous. C'est parti, nouvelle partie du coup. Alors, on va dire qu'on est novice comme d'habitude. C'est plus facile. Donc là encore, je précise que le jeu a été développé par Universal et Telltale Games et que le scénario de ce jeu a été approuvé par Bob Gale et par Robert Zemeckis, donc ce jeu aurait complètement pu faire l'objet d'un 4e film, voire d'une trilogie. J'en dis pas plus, on écoute ce chapitre.
What? Where am I? Ah, Citizen Plus? Citizen Plus!
Échappe-toi de la salle d'attente Citoyen Plus. Ok.
That's not very relaxing.
Ok. Ça, c'est Jennifer Parker.
Hey, Jennifer!
C'est la copine de Marty, mais dans la version alternative de cette époque. Donc de 1986, du coup. Puisque je le rappelle, pour ceux qui n'étaient pas là au chapitre d'avant, nous sommes dans une version alternative de l'année 1986. Caméra, qu'est-ce que ça va faire ?
Doesn't look like it's on. Doesn't look like it's on.
Donc la dame habillée en violet, donc la dame un petit peu âgée habillée en violet qu'on vient de voir. Pour ceux qui n'ont pas suivi les anciens lives, en fait il s'agit de Edna Strickland. C'est tout simplement la sœur de Monsieur Strickland. Donc ce personnage Edna n'existe pas dans les films encore une fois, mais là pour le coup dans le jeu elle existe. Et d'ailleurs elle a une jolie influence sur l'histoire du jeu, mais j'en dis pas plus. Encore une fois, n'hésitez pas à aller voir les anciens lives si vous le souhaitez et si vous voulez en apprendre plus sur l'histoire de ce jeu vidéo qui est absolument fantastique. Qu'est-ce qu'ils disent?
Make sure the McFly boy is prepped for his Citizen Plus treatment by the time I finish with my husband.
How is Citizen Brown?
I'm afraid it's worse than we imagined. He's gone completely antisocial.
Darn.
We're using every tool at our disposal to snap him out of it. But I fear that nothing short of a complete personality rebuild will bring our leader back to us.
And it's all McFly's fault?
Unbelievable, isn't it? One teenage hooligan has brought Hill Valley to the brink of ruin. Ah, well. Let me know when he's ready. I'll be tending to Citizen Brown.
I gotta get out of here and rescue Doc.
Donc voilà, là vous avez la réponse. Je voulais pas le dire, mais malheureusement, le chapitre 4, le début, a vendu la mèche. Donc du coup, pour éclaircir un peu les choses, puisque voilà. Edna Strickland, en fait, dans cette version de 1986, pour encore une fois ceux qui n'ont pas suivi les anciens chapitres, Edna Strickland, donc la sœur de Monsieur Strickland, est mariée à Doc Brown, et Doc Brown est ce qu'on appelle le First Citizen Brown. Donc en fait, c'est en quelque sorte le dirigeant de Hill Valley. Un Hill Valley qui est d'ailleurs un petit peu dictatorial, comme on a pu le constater dans le chapitre 3. Mais, en fait, là, elle est en train d'essayer de modifier son comportement parce que Doc s'est rendu compte de l'erreur qu'il avait faite de transformer Hill Valley plus ou moins en dictature au moment du chapitre 3. Et du coup, Edna Strickland est en train de le remettre dans ce qui s'avère être, selon elle, le droit chemin.
Someone's locked up all my stuff. I'll never get that combination on my own. Hello?
What?
Je vais demander pourquoi on a mis mes affaires sous clé.
Why is all my stuff locked in a cage?
In order to ensure that Citizen Plus patients don't injure themselves, their belongings are placed in a locked box until the completion of their Citizen Plus treatment.
Injure themselves?
It's a very intensive process. Some people can't handle it.
Ok. Du coup... Qu'est-ce qu'on va lui demander?
Let me out of here.
Sorry, sir, but Citizen Plus patients aren't allowed to exit their waiting rooms until the Citizen Plus treatment chamber has been suitably prepped for their procedure.
Alors, est-ce que je peux... Non, pas avoir à manger, j'ai pas faim pour l'instant. Est-ce que je peux aller voir
Can I go
Jennifer?
visit Jennifer Parker? She's right next door.
Citizen Plus patients are not allowed to fraternize. It contaminates the treatments.
Ok, donc en fait, ils doivent être un petit peu des robots, en fait. Obéir à tout ce qu'on leur dit, les yeux fermés, sans contester, sans rechigner. Ok, donc ce qu'on va faire, c'est que... Je vais aller voir ce qu'il y a à faire d'autre dans la pièce. Caméra? Non, je pense pas.
Martin?
Ah, Dad, is that you?
Who else would it be?
Where are you?
Back in the garage. What are you doing in the Citizen Plus ward?
Edna threw me in here.
She can't do that to my son. How can I help?
Et j'en profite pour dire bonsoir à Chloé, qui vient de nous rejoindre. Alors, on va lui demander s'il s'y connaît en déchiffrage de code pour qu'il puisse me donner le code du casier de la guitare.
Know anything about cracking combination locks?
Sorry, son. I'm more of a peeping Tom than a safecracker.
Ah mince.
You got any advice for getting out of here?
I'd look around for anyone inside who might be willing to help you. From the looks of those locks, you can't be the only involuntary Citizen Plus patient.
Ok, donc on vient d'apprendre une nouvelle information, la clinique Citoyen Plus pour transformer les gens, pour les faire adhérer au programme Citoyen Plus, eh ben ça ne se fait pas forcément sur la base de la volonté. Donc, je peux pas...
Could you let me talk to Jennifer?
Jennifer Parker?
Yeah, she's in the room next door.
Let's see, that'd be waiting room beta. Got it. You're all patched in, son. Jennifer.
Martin, is that you? Where are you?
I'm over here, in the camera.
Oh, Martin, aren't you in enough trouble already?
Trouble? Jen, what are you talking about?
You know, with all the drinking and the PDAs.
Jennifer, what's wrong with you? You sound strange.
I used to be strange, Martin, but thanks to my first Citizen Plus treatment, I'm well on my way to becoming an average, well-adjusted teenager.
Citizen Plus? Oh no, Jen, not you too. How'd you wind up in the Citizen Plus program anyway?
My dad signed me up, and it's a good thing, too. I was completely out of control.
I kinda liked it.
Ok, donc on va lui dire Edna transforme les gens en robots. C'est exactement l'allusion que je viens de faire il y a quelques minutes, comme quoi j'ai un petit peu anticipé le jeu.
Jen, this whole Citizen Plus thing is a scam. Edna's using it to take control of everyone in Hill Valley, including her husband.
You know, Citizen Edna told me you were having paranoid delusions, but I had no idea.
Why's your door open?
Now that I'm finished with my Citizen Plus treatment, I'm free to go whenever I want. I'm just waiting for the nice guard to escort me out.
Ok.
Hey, on your way out, do you think you could help me break out of here?
Oh, I couldn't do that, Martin. It's against the rules.
Donc, si vous aviez suivi le chapitre 3, vous vous souvenez sûrement du comportement un petit peu... comment dirais-je ? Un petit peu rebelle de Jennifer dans le chapitre 3. Là, avec le programme Citoyen Plus, Jennifer s'est littéralement fait laver la cervelle. Il n'y a pas d'autre mot parce que son comportement contraste vachement avec celui qu'elle avait dans le chapitre 3. C'est même pas qu'il y a une amélioration, en fait, c'est qu'elle est passée limite d'un extrême à l'autre. Donc oui, c'est un petit peu... c'est pas naturel, on va dire. Alors... on va essayer d'épuiser un petit peu les possibilités de conversation avec Jennifer pour essayer d'en savoir plus.
Okay, forget breaking out. Could you at least come visit me? It's kind of lonely in here.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to see each other until you've undergone your first Citizen Plus treatment.
Why not?
Because your gosh danged hormones are out of control, Martin.
Alors... Commentaire, Marty et Jennifer sont-ils mariés dans cette version de Retour vers le futur ? Je ne sais pas ce qui sera... je sais pas comment ça va évoluer dans le chapitre 5, mais pour l'instant, non. Ils sont pas mariés parce que Marty a atterri dans une version alternative de 1986, une version où Doc contrôlait toute la ville, et une version où le moindre faux pas, on va dire en public, pouvait coûter très cher et où il y avait pas mal de choses qui étaient interdites. Donc, dans cette version de 1986 alternative, Jennifer, c'est aussi une version alternative, entre guillemets, de la Jennifer qu'on connaît dans les films. Enfin, de la, entre triple guillemets, vraie Jennifer. Mais non, là, en tout cas, là, ils sont pas mariés. Voilà. Coucou, Réflexe. On va lui dire, est-ce que tu viendras me voir ?
Okay, forget breaking out. Could you at least come visit me? It's kind of lonely in here.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to see each other until you've undergone your first Citizen Plus treatment.
Why not?
Because your gosh danged hormones are out of control, Martin.
Jen, snap out of it. This isn't the real you. I mean, it's kind of like the real you, but not like the real you in this timeline.
Wow, that's...
I know, it sounds crazy.
I'd never call you crazy, Martin. You're just sick. I should know, I used to be sick too. But now I never want to spray paint a Buick or listen to rock music ever again.
Donc vous vous rappelez que dans le chapitre 3, Jennifer était un petit peu, comme je viens de le dire, une rebelle qui peignait des tags, enfin qui faisait des tags sur des murs, qui écoutait du rock, qui embrassait des garçons en public, autant de choses qui sont complètement interdites dans la version de Hill Valley que Doc contrôle, donc dans cette version alternative. Et du coup, pour répondre à ta question Chloé, sont-ils en couple ou simplement amis? En fait, dans cette version alternative, ils ont une relation qui est assez variable. Parce qu'en fait, quand Marty arrive dans la version alternative de 1986, je vais pas tout dévoiler du chapitre 3, mais entre autres, quand il arrive dans la version alternative de 86, donc dans cette version, il découvre une Jennifer complètement différente de celle qu'il connaît dans le vrai 1986, et du coup, cette Jennifer-là lui apprend qu'ils ont été en couple, mais qu'ils ne le sont plus parce que Jennifer ne veut plus sortir avec ce qu'elle appelle un loser. Et du coup, dans cette version de 1986, la version alternative de Marty, donc clairement pas le personnage qu'on contrôle, mais vraiment son alter ego de cette version de 86, je sais pas si t'as compris ce que j'ai dit, la version alternative de Marty est un élève modèle, et comme Jennifer est une rebelle, elle dit que sortir avec un élève modèle qui est premier en tout, qui construit des clubs étudiants et tout, c'est sortir avec un loser. Donc en fait, dans cette temporalité-là, ils ont eu une histoire ensemble, mais ils ne sont plus en couple. Sauf que là, Jennifer n'a pas affaire au Marty alternatif de 86, elle a affaire au Marty que nous on connaît, donc entre guillemets le vrai Marty. Voilà, j'espère que j'ai bien répondu à ta question. Donc oui, ils ont une relation variable, mais quand je dis « il » au pluriel, je parle évidemment de la Jennifer de 1986 alternatif avec le Marty de 1986 alternatif. Voilà, je sais pas si c'est clair, mais en tout cas, j'ai essayé de l'expliquer au mieux. Donc, ce qu'on va faire... on va lui dire quelle heure est-il.
Hey, do you know what time it is?
No.
Didn't they give you some kind of digital watch when you were done with all that brainwashing?
The Citizen Plus watch? I won't get one of those for another 5 or 6 treatments.
Rats.
Et là, on va lui dire c'est comment le traitement.
So, what was your Citizen Plus treatment like anyway?
Well, that's weird. I don't really remember. Must be a side effect of the treatments.
Bon, je suis très contente si t'as bien compris ce que j'ai dit, Chloé, parce que comme je sais pas si c'était clair pour tout le monde, je préfère demander. D'ailleurs, si vous avez des questions à propos de Retour vers le futur, n'hésitez pas à les poser, que ce soit à propos du jeu, du film, n'hésitez pas, vraiment. On va lui... je pense qu'on a fait à peu près le tour, parce que les 3 réponses-là, on les a déjà dites. Je vais quitter, je vais voir ce que je peux faire d'autre dans la pièce.
Could you hang around for a few minutes? It's nice to have someone to talk to.
I'll be here until the guard comes for me. Then I'll really have to tell him about how you're hijacking the cameras.
Oh, come on, don't be a narc.
I'm not a narc. I'm a good citizen.
Alors, ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais essayer d'ouvrir le casier. Mais je suis pas sûre d'avoir la combinaison, par contre.
I'll never get that combination on my own.
Alors... L'interphone, peut-être?
Hello?
What now?
Hey, could you get me a burger or something? The only food I've had today is a tofu dog.
Regrettably, sir, the rigors of the Citizen Plus treatment require you to begin the process with an empty stomach.
Ah ok, donc non seulement le programme Citoyen Plus est fait contre le gré des gens, mais en plus il faut être à jeun pour l'avoir. On va lui dire, est-ce que je peux jeter un coup d'œil à mes affaires?
Can I take a look at my stuff for a second?
Why?
I want to make sure my guitar neck isn't getting bent.
What?
Come on, man, my parents spent a fortune on that thing.
Fine. Back away from the door, sir. There. How's the guitar?
I guess it's okay.
Good.
Bon, je crois comprendre que Marty a vu le garde entrer le code du casier, donc on va essayer de le refaire.
I'll never get that combination on my own.
Toujours pas, ok. Bon, on va reposer toutes les questions, du coup.
Hello?
What now?
You can't keep me in here. It's against the law.
When you signed your Citizen Plus treatment agreement, you gave the Citizen Plus ward legal approval to incarcerate you until the completion of your Citizen Plus treatment.
Ok, donc le gars n'a absolument pas donné son consentement, mais il a signé un contrat,
I
soi-disant.
didn't sign anything.
Of course you did, sir. Citizen Edna handed me the paperwork herself.
Of course she did.
Alors,
I don't suppose you believe me if I told you that Edna forged my signature?
That's a good one, sir.
je peux encore jeter un coup d'œil à mes affaires.
No.
Non,
Can I
ok.
go visit Jennifer Parker? She's right next door.
Citizen Plus patients are not allowed to fraternize. It contaminates the treatments.
Pourquoi je peux pas avoir le code de la guitare? Le code du casier dans lequel est la guitare. Eh, mais attends. Il y a une caméra dans cette cellule. Peut-être que mon père l'a filmé, le code.
Dad,
How can I help, son?
Ah! Ça, c'était pas là tout à l'heure. Peut-être que c'est une piste, on va essayer.
I tried to peek over the guard's shoulder to get the combination, but he's too tall.
Over his shoulder? Hold on.
What?
I may have it on tape.
Zoom,
Yes.
enhance, zoom, enhance.
Ha! What?
The camera was high enough to see over his shoulder.
Nice work, Dad.
The combination is 2 left, 8 right, 18 left, 32 right.
All right.
Hey, your guitar! I'm sorry I tried to throw it out.
Yeah, the guitar's pretty cool, but this is what I care about.
No fair making your dad all misty, son.
Yes, on a récupéré la guitare. Donc, ce que je vais faire... Alors, dans l'inventaire, on a la photo de George, donc du père de Marty, le journal de 86 et la guitare. Je vais utiliser la guitare sur l'interphone, parce que je pense que c'est le seul moyen pour essayer de sortir.
I can't plug my guitar into that.
Pourquoi?
I can't plug my guitar into that.
Pourquoi je peux pas... Le haut-parleur, peut-être? Ah, yes.
Okay, Jen, here's a little something I think you're gonna like. At least, I hope you still do.
Martin?
Jennifer.
Oh, Martin. Martin? What are you doing?
What's going on here?
I have no idea, sir. I was minding my own business when all of a sudden a horrible noise started coming out of that camera.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah, well, neither is this. No one scrambles my brain. You hear me? No one. I'm Jennifer Parker, rock and roller.
Jen?
Oh, yeah, right.
Oui, ça c'est fait. Jennifer est redevenue à peu près elle-même, on dirait. Et Marty s'apprête à sortir.
No time for small talk, McFly. We need to get you disguised so we can walk out of here. Calvin Klein underwear? Really?
There. How do I look?
Little short for a stormtrooper, but it'll have to do. Come on!
Et du coup, on peut sortir maintenant. Ça, c'est chouette. Pourquoi je peux pas passer par la porte? Ah, parce qu'il faut que j'interagisse avec.
Can't plug my guitar into that.
Ah oui, mais j'ai encore la guitare dans les mains. Donc on va l'enlever. Et là, on sort.
Okay, hotshot, what's next?
Now we rescue Citizen Brown, get the hell out of here, and get things back to the way they're supposed to be.
Whatever, just as long as I get to break some stuff. I've got a lot of pent-up hostility right now, you know?
Miss Parker,
What the?
Yeah.
I'm here to escort you to the lobby. Your father's waiting for you.
Can he wait? I was hoping that this attractive young man could take me on a tour of the facilities.
I'm afraid I really must insist, miss.
Relax, Jennifer. I've got everything under control.
Really?
Really.
Okay then. But first...
What was that for?
For saving me, dummy. Let's go, officer.
You know, I'm probably gonna have to write you up for a PDA violation.
Don't bite me.
What?
Rock and roll.
Bon. Jennifer semble porter un peu plus de considération à Marty que dans le chapitre 3. C'est plutôt une bonne chose d'ailleurs. Alors... On va regarder un petit peu ce qu'il y a dans le couloir. Ah, il y a un plateau de nourriture.
Can I have some of that? Feels like I haven't eaten in years.
No, that's Tannen's. He's not allowed to eat it until he's taken his pacification pill. We tried to give it to him an hour ago, but he still hasn't swallowed it.
Let me try. I could be pretty persuasive.
No.
No, no.
Ok. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Je crois que j'ai peut-être loupé des trucs. Alors attendez, on va aller refaire un petit tour dans le couloir. Ça c'est
Wow,
quoi?
they've really got this door locked up tight. I wonder what sick freak they've got in here. Ah!
Ah ouais, la chambre de bif.
I should have known. Hi, Biff. Looks like your intercom's busted. Just as well. It'd probably be just a bunch of swearing and mixed metaphors anyway.
Si je lui dis ça, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
The guard says I'm not supposed to give you any food until you swallow your pill.
Il veut pas, ok.
Don't worry, Emmett. It'll all be over soon.
Hi, Biff. Come on, Biff, just swallow your pill.
Ok, on va essayer de récupérer la pilule du coup.
I'd never get my hand under there. Oh, Biff spit.
Can I have some of that? Feels like I haven't eaten in years.
No, that's Tannen's. He's not allowed to eat it until he's taken his pacification pill. We tried to give it to him an hour ago, but he still hasn't swallowed it.
Let me try. I could be pretty persuasive.
No.
Si je mets la pilule dans le verre du garde, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Engage occipital override.
I could put the pill in Biff's food, but I don't think the guard's gonna eat it, and I can't blame him.
Hey, is that a public display of affection over there?
What?
Sorry, it was just
Yes.
a shadow.
Stop goofing around and get back to work.
Yes, sir.
Jeez, what have they been feeding Biff? Horse tranquilizers?
You, God!
Who, me? I mean, me?
Yes, you. As you can see, that slacker of a technician is sleeping on the job again. Please be a dear and tend to the Citizen Plus control panel, will you?
Sure.
Okay, Doc, I'm in. Now, how do I get you out of here without turning you into a vegetable?
Ok. Donc, il faut sauver Doc du programme de Citoyen Plus. Ce qu'on va faire, c'est que on va aller un peu bidouiller la console de contrôle pour voir ce qu'on peut faire avec.
Jeez, where's the off button on this thing? Hey, an equalizer. At least, I think it's an equalizer.
Alors.
I'm sorry about the discomfort, my love.
Si je monte le son.
Really all for the best.
Volume. Finally, a word I can understand. Okay, that moved him a few inches. Maybe I can blast him right out the door.
Ok.
Optics.
On va essayer celui-là.
Olfactory. I think I know what that means.
What the?
Looks like the aroma tanks have clogged themselves again.
Oh, thank you. I hadn't noticed that. Come on, make yourself useful. I'm sorry about the delay, dear. This'd go a lot easier if you just gave up this madness about time machines and altering the past. You should concentrate on the future.
There is no future for us.
You won't think that in a few more hours.
Edna, please, think about the consequences of your actions.
Me?
Si je réutilise ma guitare maintenant que le volume est un peu à fond, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Threatening the social order of Hill Valley with your crazy time machine talk.
I can't plug my guitar into that.
Il y a forcément un truc. Ah.
Maybe I could talk to Doc from there.
Faut pas que je prenne ma guitare maintenant, je vais l'enlever.
Where's Martin?
Si je la branche sur le micro, Doc va entendre.
Don't worry, dear. After we're done repairing your...
Et comme dans le film, je vais faire péter le son.
Let's get ready to blow this joint.
What was that? You! What are you doing?
Getting my friend out of here, you nutcase. Okay, that was a little less dramatic than I had expected. Whoa! Let's go, Your Honor.
What? I can't hear you!
You're welcome!
Notre amie Edna n'est pas contente.
This is an Omega-1 priority alert. Potentially disruptive nonconformists are loose in the courthouse. Please return to your homes until the situation has been resolved. Have a nice day.
Alors. On va lui demander ce qu'on fait quand même.
What do we do now?
Now we wait for the guards to clear out so we can make a break for your time machine.
Hey, it's my mom. Hey.
Don't talk to her. She could give us away.
Where is the DeLorean anyway?
I had the wreck towed to my secret lab near Clayton Ravine.
Clayton Ravine? As in Clara Clayton?
Why? Is that significant?
Well, Clara's kind of supposed to be your wife, so yeah.
Fascinating.
Shouldn't we go help?
Once we go back and change history, none of this will ever happen.
I guess.
Donc Clara Clayton, je pense que vous avez compris, hein, j'espère rien apprendre à personne, mais c'est bien sûr une allusion à Retour vers le futur 3. On va maintenant demander à Doc ce que Edna lui disait.
What the heck was Edna doing to you back there?
She was trying to rebuild my personality from the ground up, erasing the parts she didn't like.
Harsh.
C'est pas le pied.
All right, Dad. No offense, Your Honor, but why'd you marry Edna anyway? She's kind of crazy.
Yes, now. But back when we were first dating, her madness was tempered by an ironclad sense of right and wrong. At least, that's how it seemed to me at the time.
Mom, Dad, no!
They'll be fine. Once we repair the time stream, none of this will ever have happened.
I guess you're right.
Looks like the coast is clear.
Great! Let's go fix the DeLorean.
I'm afraid I'll have to do that without you, Martin.
What? Why?
Well, from what little I understand of time travel, if you help me rebuild the time machine, your presence in the repair efforts could cause some sort of temporal paradox after we return to 1931.
So what am I supposed to do? Just hang out here in Bizarro Hill Valley until you fix the time machine?
Exactly. But don't worry, if things work out according to plan, you won't even notice I'm gone.
You know, for a second there, you sounded almost as confusing as the real Doc.
See? We're making progress already. See you soon, Martin.
Good luck, Your Honor.
Oh, and you might want to stay off the streets for a few seconds.
Stay off the street? Citizen Brown? Emmett?
He's not coming back, you know.
What are you talking about?
Emmett. Without me to guide him, he's almost useless. Before I found him, he was a miserable failure who never finished anything. But with me to inspire him, look at what we've built!
Eh ben, quel ego! Elle rentre encore dans ses chaussures ou la taille de ses chevilles a un peu grossi? Alors, vous l'avez poussé à filer du mauvais coton, il peut accomplir de grandes choses sans vous, ou la vraie femme de Doc est plus cool que vous. Rien que pour la contrarier, je vais lui dire que la vraie femme de Doc est plus cool qu'elle.
You're not the only inspiration of Doc's life, you know. In my timeline, he married one of the sweetest women of the 19th century.
Sweetness. Blech. Emmett needs discipline to stay focused. He's so easily distracted.
Yeah, you've inspired him all right. Inspired him to turn Hill Valley into a bunch of uptight dorks.
I wouldn't expect a delinquent like you to understand.
You think you've inspired Doc? I'll have you know that without you, Emmett Brown is destined to build a time-traveling DeLorean and a flying time train.
Preposterous. Emmett couldn't even build a dog feeder without me to guide him.
Yeah, well, he did that too. Okay, Your Honor. Starting to get a little concerned here.
Edna fait preuve d'une gentillesse exemplaire.
It worked! Ha ha! 1 second I'm in the present, the next I'm 6 months in the past. Amazing!
6 months? It took you 6 months to repair the time machine?
6 months, my family fortune, and a sketchy deal with a gang of Libyan nationals. But it was all worth it for this moment.
Petit clin d'œil au film.
You need help.
Les Libyens.
Oh, blow it out your exhaust, poor dear. Now that I've escaped into the past, your pack of divorce lawyers can't... Martin, how long have you been waiting for me?
A couple of minutes, maybe?
That's curious. I set the repair time circuits to arrive only a couple of seconds after I left. Oh, well, I'm sure there's no need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuits. Here.
What's this?
Clothes for our trip. We can't have you traipsing around 1931 in that ridiculous outfit.
Wait, our trip?
You didn't think I was going to let you erase the worst mistake of my life without my help, did you?
Fine, leave!
Ah bah Edna, elle a récolté ce qu'elle a semé. Elle a récolté ce qu'elle a semé. Je crois qu'elle va pas diriger très longtemps.
Time circuit set for August 26, 1931. You ready to go, Your Honor?
Call me, Doc.
Et retour en 1931, du coup.
This is where I last saw him. You, teenage you. You were headed this way, arm in arm with Edna.
Luckily, my erstwhile wife was never the type to kiss on a first date. If we work fast and stay focused, we can see to it that our relationship never moves beyond the hand-holding stage. Well, will you look at that? The old town theater.
Uh-huh.
I haven't thought about this place in years. The missus made me tear it down back in '71. Said the movies were corrupting the younger generation. It was all nonsense, of course. I spent countless evenings here in my youth, and it never turned me into a hoodlum. Say, remember Public Enemy? Why, you dirty rat, no good yellow-bellied stool? Never did manage to see Frankenstein, though.
On va lui dire, mais vous allez le faire
You're
maintenant.
going to. That's what we're here for, remember?
Right, of course. The film that was supposed to set off a chain reaction in my imagination, inspire me with a notion that would launch my scientific career.
You've still got no memory of what that notion was?
Well, how could I? It happened in the brain of a different Emmett Brown. An Emmett Brown now erased by the shifting sands of time. Luckily for us, I do know something about my own brain, having lived in it for the past 70-plus years. Once we get my younger self re-inspired by that movie, nothing will distract him from his proper... Great Scott, will you look at that?
The town square?
It's just like I remember it, only dirtier. Oh, the old courthouse.
Come on now, Doc, you need to... Go inside and check it out. First rule of time travel, Doc, never allow your other self to catch sight of you. It could cause reality to collapse or something.
You mean?
Right behind you. Don't peek. Go on. I'll let you know when you're gone. And don't forget, you're Carl Sagan.
The billions and billions guy?
The suspected arsonist.
Huh?
Just go with it.
Le jeune Doc vient d'aller se refaire une beauté. On va aller lui parler en attendant le vieux Doc. Qu'est-ce qu'il a de beau à nous raconter cette fois-ci? Donc, petit résumé pour ceux qui nous rejoignent ou pour ceux qui n'ont pas compris ce qui vient de se passer. En gros, on est en train d'empêcher au jeune Doc de rencontrer sa future femme avec laquelle il va bâtir une dictature à Hill Valley. Donc, nous sommes pour ça retournés en 1931. Sachant que la personne qui nous aide à faire en sorte que le jeune Doc ne tombe pas amoureux de la mauvaise femme, eh bien c'est le vieux Doc, mais pas le vrai vieux Doc. Il s'agit en fait du vieux Doc du 1986 alternatif. Donc en gros, du 1986 où Hill Valley est une dictature. Donc là, on vient de revenir en 1931 pour empêcher justement la version alternative de 86 de s'installer. Voilà, puisqu'elle s'installe à partir du moment où Doc décide d'épouser Edna. Donc on va faire en sorte qu'il l'épouse pas, histoire que Hill Valley ne devienne pas une dictature. Et pour ça, on va maintenant parler au jeune Doc de 1931.
Sonny, you do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, you know, here and there. You're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady. You know, I never really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine!
Ok. Donc on va lui dire, les filles, c'est pas tout. Parce que si je lui dis oublier Edna, ça risque de faire un petit peu trop... Enfin, extrême et un peu trop direct. Je vais essayer de lui dire un petit peu plus en douceur.
Yeah, well, girls are great and all, but don't get carried away. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, you know, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
But,
And as for my project, it's practically done.
The rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked a rocket car.
But...
More trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
No, you were really onto something with the rocket car. You've just gotta...
The mental alignment meter is a much more worthy project.
The what?
It was Edna's idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Emmett, I'm a little confused here. What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay. Catch you around, Crockett.
October 12th? Doc?
Ah oui, donc en fait, Edna contrôlait déjà tout, avant même que Doc se marie avec. C'est magnifique. Donc ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va retourner au palais de justice. Parce que je crois qu'il y a une légère erreur sur la date. Marty a semblé être surpris quand il a entendu qu'on était le 12 octobre 1931. Donc ouais, ça laisse pas forcément présager quelque chose de bon. On va en savoir plus tout de suite.
Come to think of it, it is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I always did have a tendency to plunge into things.
Let's plunge into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in 86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age. Oh, worse, the Mesozoic.
Then we're stuck?
For the time being. I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, you can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk teenage you out of...
Impossible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Edna? Where can I find her?
Where do you think? I'll drive. The DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
Oh, le lycée de Hill Valley. Quelle bonne surprise. C'est la première fois qu'on le voit dans le jeu. Coucou Atrix.
You were right. There she is.
My soon-to-be ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and...
Ah!
I'll talk to her. You'd better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All Car of the Future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Why not? Good luck!
Un ancien jeu, ça. Bah, pas si ancien hein, quand même. Hein. Y a plus vieux comme jeu encore que celui-ci. Alors. Donc ce qu'on va faire, c'est que on va aller parler à Edna. En suivant le chemin qui mène jusqu'au lycée du coup.
Spell it B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... oh, dear.
Mr. Crockett! You do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
J'en profite pour dire bonjour à Thibaut, qui vient de nous rejoindre aussi. Comment tu vas? Alors, pour en revenir au jeu, on va dire j'empêche un futur terrible d'arriver, tiens.
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
Yeah, just now, in the town square.
Oh, then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Yeah. You know, a lot of guys start out with great potential and then sort of run out of steam.
That's what I'm here for, to make sure he goes the whole distance.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Crockett, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Ok. Donc, on va rediscuter avec Edna parce que je pense que je peux la faire changer d'avis sur ce qu'elle pense de Emmett, de sorte à ce qu'ils ne se mettent jamais en couple et que Hill Valley ne devienne ainsi jamais une dictature.
You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Crockett, you know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important...
Yes?
Well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain, I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities...
Say, what's your game?
Just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
Alors, on vient d'apprendre qu'apparemment Edna prévoit une relation sérieuse avec Emmett, donc ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va lui dire « Vous ne connaissez pas Emmett comme moi. »
You say you know Emmett is a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
Alors, on va lui demander... Non, on va lui dire plutôt, il a volé un train.
This one time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
Là, en fait, Marty est en train de lui évoquer les films, hein, clairement. Le coup du plutonium, bah, c'était sur le parking des Deux Pins dans le film, et le coup du vol de train, c'était dans Retour vers le futur 3. J'espère que j'apprends rien à personne. On va lui dire... Mon principal adjoint le déteste.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet?
A guy who gets the girls, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them, you know.
You mean a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
What the heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention! Measures a person's affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of course! What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or, anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
When he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
So you say Emmett only has eyes for you?
Absolutely. It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
Well, it's good to hear he's finally settling down.
Yes. Settling down?
You know, ready to stop playing the field, as it were.
Playing the... Oh, you're joking.
But I can't help feeling sorry for him.
Who?
All of Emmett's other girls, now that he's with you.
Please, I think I know Emmett by now. There are no other girls.
On va lui dire qu'il a un petit livre noir, Emmett, quand même.
I wonder what's gonna happen to Emmett's little black book.
Little black book?
Oh, it's legendary. That's what enabled Emmett to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, I wonder if he'd let me have it.
You must think I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Crockett.
Il a un petit livre noir.
I wonder what's gonna happen to Emmett's little black book.
Little black book?
Oh, it's legendary. That's what enabled Emmett to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, I wonder if he'd let me have it.
You must think I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Crockett.
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
When he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Ok, donc je vois pas ce que je peux lui dire de plus.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Hey, Audie, you see my Orioli?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not
open?
till tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds! You got official business here?
Yeah.
Well, stay out of the way of the workers. You look familiar. Do I know you?
Nope.
Quelle amabilité. Dis donc. On va parler à Trixie, du coup. Pour voir ce qu'elle a à nous dire.
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm sorry, but it was the only way I could...
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
Right.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future? At the expo, silly. Technology for a better tomorrow, and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here.
Ah, on va lui demander d'aider Marty à rendre Edna jalouse. Ça pourrait marcher.
Listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Artie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Ah.
Edna might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techne, Muse of Progress.
So, who are you supposed to be?
Don't you know your Homer? I am Techne, Muse of Progress. You can tell by the lightning bolts.
Must have slept through that class.
I'm supposed to be a goddess-like. I'm the one who inspires all the great men who make the discoveries. And women, too. Leave us not forget Madame Curie.
I never would. So you work for the expo?
Yeah, ain't it a kick? I greet all the important guests, and on the final day, I get to bestow the golden sundial on the winning contestant.
Donc on va lui demander, c'est quoi les autres propositions? Vous avez un boulot sympa ici. Je vais essayer d'épuiser la conversation de sorte à ce qu'elle soit plus enclin à m'aider après.
Techne, Muse of Progress. Not a bad gig.
On va
Artie
voir.
got it for me. It's my entree into respectability.
Look, my friend Emmett really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So...
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
On va lui demander si Arthur travaille ici.
So Artie's working for the expo too, huh?
Oh, Artie's doing swell. The papers made a big deal of him testifying against Kid. People have been beating down his door ever since the trial. The expo's darn lucky they could get him.
Comment va Kid?
How's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing. It's just, you know, something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have known better than to take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. I let myself get taken in by his charm.
Charm?
Qu'est-ce qui se passe avec cette expo?
Whose idea was to put a science and technology expo in Hill Valley?
Beats me. Artie says it's all bred in circuses. But I ain't seen a single clown yet today.
See you, Trixie.
From this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
Hey, Artie.
Officer!
Officer?
Oh, right. Don't blow your cover.
Will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Bon, comment je peux prouver à Edna que Emmett n'est pas un citoyen modèle et qu'il n'est pas du tout celui qu'elle croit qu'il est? Parce que Trixie veut pas m'aider. En reparlant à Edna, ça donnerait quoi?
Back again, Mr. Crockett? What can I help you with?
I was thinking. I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
It's the idea of it. Allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that. I won't stand for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Trixie? What's wrong with her?
Oh, she's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a public event.
Look, lady, she fits the costume. She's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines. What more qualifications do you want?
Oh, these people are impossible.
Why do you want to get Trixie fired?
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
Does it?
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still, I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmett and his invention.
Ok, on va lui demander, vous la vireriez en un clin d'œil.
So you wouldn't hesitate to get Trixie fired from her job?
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
Ok, on va essayer de parler avec Arthur McFly, du coup.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then. How about you? Have you got any questions for me?
No.
Then kindly let me pass.
I'm afraid I can't, until I've located your registration form.
Oh, this is absurd!
On va essayer de parler à Arthur McFly pour voir s'il y a moyen de faire un truc avec Trixie pour rendre jalouse Edna.
Hey, Artie.
Can't talk right now.
Ok. Si je retourne parler à ce monsieur, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
When does the expo
Not
open?
till tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds!
Il me dit la même chose que tout à l'heure. Donc en fait, je peux interagir que avec Trixie ou alors avec Edna.
To all who approach these hallowed halls. What's cooking?
Ideas. Up here.
Je peux pas lui dire que Edna a demandé à la faire virer, c'est bizarre ça.
Look, my friend Emmett really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So...
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
Je peux vraiment pas lui parler comme ça, je comprends pas.
See you, Trixie.
Don't be a stranger.
Si je me balade un peu ailleurs, qu'est-ce que je peux avoir?
The brown place is on Riverside Drive. Way too far to go on foot. I wonder how Doc's coming with the DeLorean.
Ok, donc on va peut-être retourner voir la DeLorean, ça va peut-être nous mettre sur une piste. Parce que là, je pense que je pourrais rien faire de plus, malheureusement.
Have you figured out what's wrong with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double-checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. The time circuits...
Listen, I promise I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
Et là, il va y avoir un problème, je le sens venir, mais gros comme une maison.
It worked. Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the part for a chronometric analyzer.
A what?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Looks like you'll have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the lab.
Ok. Donc, est-ce que je peux trouver des indices dans les tentes? Le camion, peut-être?
No keys. I'll have to find my wheels somewhere else. Press button to experience Future Hill Valley, circa 1981. I don't think I've visited that timeline yet.
On va appuyer sur le bouton pour voir ce qui se passe.
Bright for our fair metropolis. Jump with us 50 years into the future for a peek at Hill Valley circa 1981. Courtesy of Hal's Hardware and the collective imagination of mankind. Could this be our venerable town square? Yes, indeed. Though the form looks strange and new, the function remains the same as ever. But where are all the people? Why, they're underground. A network of burrows extends a mile into the earth, giving future Hill Valley's 10 million citizens plenty of space to work, play, and raise their families. Of course, our residents will want to venture forth into the fresh air occasionally. And what better excursion than a pleasure ride in this elevated super train of tomorrow?
My future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Crockett. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I'd better go see what's keeping him.
Alors.
Shouldn't you leave him alone? I mean, he said there was still some work to do on his new project.
And that's exactly why I need to be there. Emmett's a very bright young man, but just between you and me, he does tend to get a little distracted by shiny objects. My job is to make sure he stays focused.
But...
Tut, tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
I'm sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you've shaved off your hair, but... Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interest. You see, I know what you're up to.
Let's go somewhere where we can talk privately.
Go. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Ok, donc on peut y aller. J'ai un skateboard. On a trouvé nos roues et on y va.
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup. Emmett?
Thanks again for your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Nothing criminal, I assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the Expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see, now what's next? Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
Well, yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
Eh ben, très gentil,
No
Doc.
thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now. In love with a woman of my dreams. And a mere 6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
Ok.
The mind of a degenerate criminal.
It's Kid Tannen's mind map, as captured by our mind map helmet.
You could tell he's a criminal just by looking at this?
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
Weird.
Weird nothing. It's science.
Ok. Donc j'ai pas la carte mentale de Kid sur moi. Ok.
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Hey!
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
Uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli, intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses, as indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Hey, is that...
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Layabout. Is that machine calling me a slacker?
No, your own physiological responses did.
Ok, bah c'est encore quelque chose de très sympa, cette machine, apparemment. Alors... On va voir le tourne-disque.
I Don't Care by Trixie Trotter?
Edna doesn't approve of that sort of music, but I find it very soothing. Oh.
Ok. Oh.
Hey, Emmett, what's cooking?
That's an old Brown family recipe for Hassenpfeffer.
Hassenpfeffer?
Rabbit stew. The trick is to add the cumin an hour after the carrots. Take a whiff. Isn't that just about the best thing you've ever smelled in your life?
It's, powerful, yeah.
I've got it on a slow boil for later.
Ok, donc on vient de découvrir deux choses apparemment que Doc aime bien. On va voir s'il y a d'autres choses avec lesquelles il nous donne son avis.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Sure. How goes the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. Had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab. Did the clamp fall off again?
Yeah.
Put it back on. Oh, I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clamp falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air. Whew.
Ok.
I'd be careful of that if I were you.
Why?
The rocket fuel experiment must have stripped one of the teeth in the hand crank. As a consequence, if you turn it for more than 10 seconds, it... Ow! Sends out an electric shock.
Ok. Donc on a découvert les choses qu'il aime bien. Comment on sait qu'il les aime bien? Tout simplement parce que c'est la lampe verte de son casque qui s'allume quand il est confronté à ces deux choses-là. Donc ce qu'il aime bien, c'est le ragoût, donc la marmite de ragoût et le tourne-disque. Et ce qu'il n'aime pas, c'est le générateur et le bouchon, la soupape de l'aquarium. Donc maintenant, on peut s'en servir pour lui faire une carte mentale, littéralement, de dégénéré. C'est pas une insulte, c'est juste que si on lui fait une carte mentale de dégénéré et qu'on la montre à Edna, eh ben elle va perdre confiance en lui. Donc peut-être qu'on va réussir à atteindre nos objectifs. Donc c'est ce qu'on va faire. Alors, l'objectif, c'est de faire une carte mentale, encore une fois identique à celle d'un dégénéré. On va démarrer du coup la machine, je ne sais plus où elle est. Où elle est cette machine? Ok. Et on va ouvrir en même temps la soupape.
Ew.
Oh.
Alors, là du coup, on va essayer de le rendre heureux.
Ah, that's the stuff.
On va retaper sur le bouton de défilement du diapo. Ok.
Ah, that smells much better.
Ok. Ah mince, j'ai éteint. Bon, on va recommencer. Donc c'est Edna. Du coup, Edna, c'est... Il faut qu'on le rende furieux.
Ew.
Ok, c'est bon. Ensuite... Là, il faut qu'on le rende heureux. Pour ça, on va ouvrir... On va allumer, pardon, le tourne-disque.
Hey, Emmett, got a sec?
Why, yes. In fact, I've got several. Hey, how'd my mind map test get activated?
Ok, donc j'y arrive toujours pas.
You look busy. Why don't we talk later?
Sure thing.
On va recommencer. Je vais réallumer le truc.
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet and turns them into punch cards. Like the one for Mr. Tannen over there.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together. Once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
Ah, on rallume. Donc là, c'est la photo d'Edna qui apparaît normalement. Donc il faut le rendre furieux. Parce que dans son esprit, Edna est gentille. Donc on va ouvrir l'odeur de l'aquarium, la soupape qui est là.
Ew.
Ok. Ensuite, le bouton de défilement des diapos. Là, il faut le rendre heureux, on avait dit.
Ah. Careful, don't let all the flavor escape.
Ok. Ensuite, troisième photo. Donc ça, du coup, c'est l'officier Parker, donc le père de Jennifer. Là, il faut que... le générateur... Ça le rendait furieux. Là. Ensuite... Ok. Donc ça, c'est la photo de Monsieur Strickland. Du coup, il faudrait que ce soit l'ampoule rouge qui soit allumée. On va changer ça avec le générateur. Encore une fois. Et enfin... Ok, c'est Trixie. Donc il faut qu'il soit heureux. C'est bon. Ok.
Hey, Emmett, I think your mind map test is broken.
Oh, well, that switch just keeps shorting out on me. No time to fix it now. I'll have to take care of it at the expo.
Looks like I'm not going to be doing any more mind maps. I guess I'll test this out and hope for the best.
Donc ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va placer la carte mentale de Doc dans l'espèce de machine de lecture. Je prendrai pas le risque de lire le nom parce qu'il est assez complexe. Alors, l'inéospiritomètre. Si, en fait, c'était relativement simple. On la met dedans. Et normalement... Yes!
Bingo! Now Emmett's mind map is as bad as Tannen's. Now all I have to do is swap this out with Emmett's original mind map and Emmett's own machine will do him in.
Bon. Ça, c'est fait. On va changer du coup la carte mentale de Emmett qu'on vient de faire avec la vraie carte mentale d'Emmett, qui est juste ici.
Okay, Emmett, get ready to meet the new you.
Hey!
What?
I almost left behind my mind map card. We're gonna show it off at the expo as a rare example of a model citizen. Edna kill me if I forgot that.
She might kill you anyway when she gets a look at that mind map. Once Emmett gets to the expo, I'll try to figure out how to get him to put his card in the mental alignment meter. But for now, I better concentrate on making Emmett a slob who cheats on his girlfriend.
Ok. Bon, du coup, je pense que j'ai plus trop rien à faire dans le labo. On va sortir.
Emmett, I've got to go out for a while.
I thought Edna sent you to make sure I wasn't getting distracted.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Donc, nous voilà de retour au lycée de Hill Valley. On va déjà commencer peut-être par parler à Edna si elle est là, sinon on parlera à Trixie. Edna n'est pas là, ok. Trixie est forcément là, elle. Yes.
What's cooking?
Look, my friend Emmett really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So...
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
Ok.
See you, Trixie.
Don't be a stranger.
Où est Edna? La dernière fois que je l'ai vue, elle était à côté de la maquette du Hill Valley du futur. Elle est où? Ah, je crois qu'elle est avec Doc. Du coup, on va aller parler directement avec elle.
Can I talk to you a minute, Miss Strickland?
Surely. Excuse us a moment.
It's like this.
On va lui parler de Trixie, du coup.
So you wouldn't hesitate to get Trixie fired from her job?
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
Okay.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Arthur, je pense qu'il a rien de nouveau à nous apprendre. Par contre, il y a quelqu'un à qui j'ai pas encore parlé. C'est l'homme à côté du camion, qui est juste ici.
Hey, pal.
Oh, jeez, this guy again.
Funny, I was gonna say the same thing. Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of kids' gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself and I...
Sang like a canary.
I prefer to think of it as exhibiting an admirable sense of self-preservation.
Ok. Vous allez jouer pour Trixie plus tard, on va lui demander.
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah.
Why not?
'Cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
You seem kinda angry about Trixie.
Angry? Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even kid doesn't know. Stuff that'd curl your socks.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just... well, it just cheeses me off, you know?
So what's so, toe-curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
No.
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
Well, under the influence of alcohol, my mom made a pass at me.
Ooh. All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Is that Trixie?
Yep.
She's not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set of them.
Can I, have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad with it, are you?
Hey, I promise. I'll only use it for the greater good.
Well, okay.
Ok, donc ce gars vient de nous donner une carte postale un peu compromettante de Trixie Trotter. Du coup, ce qu'on va faire, c'est que... Eh ben, on va aller directement la donner à Edna, tiens.
Hang loose, pal.
You talk funny, mister.
Comme ça donnera à Edna une bonne raison, entre guillemets, de virer Trixie. Et elle commencera effectivement à être jalouse d'elle. Du coup, ça peut être une bonne idée pour atteindre notre objectif.
You might want to take a look at this.
Why in the world would I be interested in... Oh, what have we here? Oh, sir! Mr. McFly! It appears your muse has been inspiring more than progress.
Trixie? Oh, no, no, no. What are you doing with a dirty postcard?
What is she doing in a dirty postcard? I swear, Mr. McFly, if that doesn't convince you that Trixie Trotter is unfit to represent Hill Valley...
I don't need you to lecture me about who I can or can't hire, Miss Strickland. Trixie's darn good at what she does. I don't care if she was once the winsome wench of Winnipeg. Her past doesn't matter to... Trixie?
What is it, Audie?
You know I don't like to pry, but what state did you grow up in?
Province, Manitoba. Why?
Not even an American.
See, darling, the charter specifically states that the Expo's hostess must be a U.S. citizen, so if you're really a Canadian...
I'm being fired? You are firing me?
I don't want to.
Here, take it back.
Well, I'm glad somebody's listening to reason.
Let's talk.
Donc... Ouh, j'ai eu un bug. Bon, au moins il a pas duré très longtemps. Du coup, ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais aller parler à Trixie, puisqu'elle vient de me dire « Let's talk ». Trixie qui est là.
Trixie?
I'll do it! I'll make that blue-nosed bitty eat her heart out!
That's great. I got it all planned out. When Emmett shows
But
up...
we gotta do it my way.
Huh?
I'm no good with improvising, and I ain't gonna memorize no lines. But I was in this play once. The Parlourmaid's Predicament. I figure I could lift a scene from that.
Okay.
Only, I need a few props.
Why am I not surprised?
Some furs, a big diamond. It doesn't have to be real, understand?
That makes it easier.
And something from this friend of yours, Emmett. Has he got a photo album?
I don't know. Probably.
Better bring it to me.
Furs, a diamond, and Emmett's photo album. And then?
Sit back and watch the fur fly.
Ok. Donc, le diamant, je crois en avoir... J'arrive plus à parler. Je crois en avoir vu un tout à l'heure dans la tente. Là.
Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops.
Ok.
And after the rain, what else? An artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of, and life is sweet.
Nice rock. But I can't reach it.
And after the rain, what else? An artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of, and life is sweet.
Comment je fais pour atteindre le diamant? Qu'est-ce qui se passe si j'appuie sur le 5e? Je vais essayer de le remettre là.
And after the rain, what else? An artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of.
Nice rock.
And life is
but I can't
sweet.
reach it. Nice rock. But I can't reach it.
Mm-hmm.
Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops.
Just borrowing it.
Ok. On a le diamant. Maintenant, il faut l'album photo de Doc. Et pour ça, on va aller au labo.
How's it hanging, Emmett?
No time for small talk. I've got machines to tune and mind maps to sort.
Alors, où est-ce qu'il pourrait y avoir un album photo? Toujours pas. Je crois qu'il est derrière Doc, l'album photo, mais je sais pas comment l'atteindre.
Emmett?
Yeah?
What's with the new threads?
You like them?
You look like Colonel Sanders.
Who?
Never mind.
Edna gave them to me. She says my usual clothes don't have enough zing for a public exhibition.
So, you and Edna, how serious are you guys?
Well, we both enjoy a good joke every now and then, but I'd say on the whole we're fairly serious people. Why do you ask?
No. What I mean is, how serious is your relationship?
Oh, well, as a scientist, I can't state this with 100% confidence, but I'm provisionally certain that I'm head over heels in love.
Really? With Edna?
What can I say? She's my muse. In the week since we've been courting, she's given me so many wonderful ideas.
Alors, ce qu'on va
Get
faire...
back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
Je vais essayer de chercher s'il n'y a pas des trucs dans le labo que je pourrais utiliser pour demander à émettre son album photo. Ah, là, peut-être. Peut-être là.
What's this?
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
C'est pas super.
You look a little... constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Yeah, intensely focused on taking it.
I get the picture. I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Ok, donc maintenant on a l'album photo de Doc sous les yeux. Album photo qui est... ici.
Emmett?
Yeah?
You get back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
Pourquoi il veut pas aller dessus? Là.
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
Coucou. Eh bien, pour répondre à ta question, nous sommes en train de jouer au jeu vidéo Retour vers le futur et nous en sommes ce soir au chapitre 4 sur 5. Voilà. Alors, est-ce que j'ai l'album de Doc dans mon inventaire? Oui. Ce que je vais faire... Le bidon d'huile... Ok.
Hey, Emmett, I've got a... Whoa! Whoops.
What the heck?
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Your suit's ruined. Edna's gonna be royally PO'd.
Wrong.
What?
When Edna gave me this suit, I realized that the probability of me keeping it clean was infinitesimally remote, so I spent a few hours whipping up this.
Whoa! What was that?
A chemical compound capable of wiping the grime off any surface.
Emmett, you'll make a fortune.
Not anytime soon, I'm afraid. Due to an inherent instability in its molecular makeup, after 12 hours, the cleanser's component chemicals break down into a series of cloche-shredding enzymes, rendering it unsuitable for commercial use.
Wait a minute, does that mean your suit's gonna dissolve in 12 hours?
Hey gods, no. The solution dissipates into the air after it's applied. But it does mean that after this batch of cleanser ages another 11 hours and 53 minutes, it would eat away this suit faster than 1,000 starving moths. And that would be a crisis of unimaginable proportions.
Why?
Because this suit belongs to Edna's grandfather, who wore it on his wedding day. Poor guy was gunned down just a few years later.
Emmett?
Well, enough wool gathering. Back to work.
Ok.
don't want to get that covered in any messy oil. I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil.
Est-ce que j'ai un truc à récupérer avec le nettoyant de douche? Je pense que oui. Parce que comme il vient de me parler de son invention, je vais lui parler, voir.
Yeah?
You
Toujours
get
pas.
back to work. We'll catch up later.
Thanks.
Du coup, je vais recommencer.
Emmett?
What?
Your jacket's got a little,
No, no worries.
I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil.
Si je renverse de l'huile là-dessus, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
I don't want to get that covered in any messy oil.
Ah, c'est parce que j'ai l'huile dans les mains, d'accord, j'avais pas compris. Là, j'ai plus aucun objet dans les mains. Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Cleanser doesn't seem very portable.
It isn't, but this is.
A perfume bottle?
Yes. No. I mean, yes, it's a perfume bottle, but inside is a concentrated dose of my all-purpose cleanser. With a little luck, this should last me through the next 12 hours before its component chemicals break down into a series of cloth-destroying enzymes.
Clever.
Ok. On va essayer de le récupérer.
What the hell is that?
What?
Sorry, I thought I saw a tarantula.
On va sortir. Et on va retourner devant le lycée.
What?
I was just thinking about the future. All that talk about Edna's grandfather made me realize something.
Please let it be something about lightning.
Life can be short, sometimes brutally so. So why not seize the day and grab your happiness while you can?
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I was saving this for next Valentine's Day, but why should I? I know what I want.
Emmett, no.
I'm gonna ask Edna to marry me. Right now.
No.
Oh, right. I'll wait until tonight at the expo. It'll be much more romantic that way. Just think. By this time tomorrow, Edna and I will be engaged and will be the toast of the scientific community. And I owe it all to you.
You're welcome.
Alors. Eh ben, on va essayer de ressortir du coup. Bon, maintenant qu'on a le spray nettoyant, on va sûrement pouvoir s'en servir pour avoir la fourrure. Eh ben voilà, qu'est-ce que je disais? Le spray sur l'homme des cavernes.
It's a good thing I did this before Emmett's 12-hour time limit, where the cleanser might have dissolved the fur. Let's slip out of those furs, shall we?
Ok. Donc on a le diamant, on a la fourrure. Maintenant... On a l'album photo aussi, donc du coup, bah on a tout. Je vais aller parler à Trixie pour lui dire que j'ai tout ce qu'elle m'a demandé.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a smack in the puss?
Well, it would be fun to watch, but it wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmett.
Oh, right. You got all the props I asked for? The furs and the diamond? And your friend's photo album?
Not all of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty an eyeful.
Pourquoi il dit qu'il l'a pas? On a la fourrure, on a l'album photo et on a le diamant. Je comprends pas.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a smack in the puss?
Well, it would be fun to watch, but it wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmett.
Oh, right. You got all the props I asked for? The furs and the diamond? And your friend's photo album?
Not all of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty an eyeful.
Ok, donc je comprends pas pourquoi ça marche pas. Je vais essayer d'aller voir le vieux doc pour lui demander des conseils du coup.
Hey, Doc. Mr. Sagan.
Excuse me a moment, Miss Strickland. I've got her neutralized for the moment. How's the plan proceeding on your end?
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, what am I supposed to look for again?
A signal that it's done evaluating the time circuits. The analysis can take a while. Be sure to let me know when the light turns green, and I'll take her out for another test run.
I swiped this from Emmett's, your lab.
My anti-stick, anti-stain formula. I remember it well. I had high hopes for that concoction, until I discovered that it decays into a cloth-shredding enzyme after 12 hours.
That's what your younger self said.
Ok, à propos d'Edna.
About Edna.
Don't worry, she's not going anywhere right now.
That's good, but... What are you two talking about anyway?
It's a private matter. I promised I'd keep it between us, for the present.
Have you found out anything that can help me?
Only that she's stubborn, argumentative, and completely convinced of her own moral superiority.
Great, thanks, Doc. That really helps. She isn't starting to get under your skin, is she?
Heavens, no. The memory of her older self wheeling me into the reconditioning chamber is just too strong. The younger version is decidedly more attractive, though.
On another subject...
Less distasteful, I hope.
You know how that mental alignment meter of yours pegged you as a model citizen? Well, wait till you...
Stop! You're going to tell me about one of your schemes to make Edna break up with me, aren't you?
Yeah, see, Edna thinks...
I don't want to hear it. I know it's in the service of a good cause, but I still can't bear to know the details of my younger self's impending heartache.
Horrible news, Doc. Emmett's gonna ask Edna to marry him tonight.
But that's not how it happened. She didn't get me to propose until much later, that night at the lake.
Something I said must have caused him to move up the timetable.
Great Scott! This time travel business is trickier than I imagined.
Good news. I think Trixie's gonna go along with my scheme.
Pursue whatever strategies you like, but please don't tell me the details.
Ok. Au sujet de mon plan.
I think I'm starting to get a plan.
Good. Tell me. No, no. After all, it's my history we're talking about. If I learn how you're planning on altering it, my resolve may weaken.
Ok, et j'ai toujours pas d'autre chose. Si j'utilise au pif le spray sur la DeLorean, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
It'll be safe in there. Doc said to tell him when the light on his diagnostic thingy went green. Hey, the light's green. That means Doc could take the DeLorean out again.
Ok. Donc je vais aller prévenir Doc que la DeLorean fonctionne à nouveau.
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear. Yes?
About that gizmo you've got hooked up to the DeLorean?
The chronometric analyzer?
Yeah, the light's gone green.
Wonderful. If the systems check out, I should be able to take it for another test run. I've got to run a short errand, Miss Strickland. I suggest you think about what I've been saying.
Oh, I will.
Ok, donc Doc reteste le voyage dans le temps.
When did you land this time?
9 hours and 37 minutes ago.
Ouch.
Frankly, it's starting to get a little difficult to avoid running into myself. Still, the time jump yielded some interesting new data on the flux field. I'll run some more tests and we'll see what we find.
Alors, je vais essayer d'aller reparler à Trixie parce que ce que je comprends pas, c'est que j'ai les 3 objets, mais que le jeu se comporte comme si je ne les avais pas. Donc j'avoue que...
If you squint, it almost kind of looks like a big diamond.
Je vais aller reparler à Trixie pour voir comment les choses ont évolué.
Hi, Trix.
Oh, hiya, kiddo. Say, wouldn't it be easiest if I just march up to that Strickland dame and give her a smack in the puss?
Well, it would be fun to watch, but it wouldn't get her to break up with my friend Emmett.
Oh, right. You got all the props I asked for? The furs and the diamond? And your friend's photo album?
Not all of them yet, but I'm working on it.
Good. I'm itching to give Miss High and Mighty an eyeful.
Alors, Trixie se comporte comme si j'avais pas les 3 trucs alors que je les ai. Peut-être qu'il faut que je les sélectionne et que je lui donne un par un, remarque. On va essayer ça.
Hey, Trixie. Are these furs good enough?
Well, they're a little ratty, but they'll work. How about the diamond in the photo album?
I'll get him to you.
Donc, le diamant.
Voila.
Say, pretty snazzy for a phony rock. Gimme. Keep that up and I may take a real shine to ya.
I'd rather you take a fake shine to Emmett.
I'm working on it. Now bring me that photo album and we'll be in business.
Donc, l'album photo, on va lui donner. C'est
Brought
parti.
Emmett's photo album like you asked.
Let's see. Gee, he's not bad looking. In an egghead kind of way.
Remember, I don't want you seducing him for real.
I ain't a cradle robber, kiddo.
So, you got everything you need for your big scene?
Everything except for your friend.
Emmett Brown, redheaded guy about yay high. He'll be the one with Edna Strickland.
Not for long he won't.
Great.
Ok. Donc, on a donné tous les accessoires à Trixie pour qu'elle puisse préparer son truc. On a fait faire un test à Doc pour la DeLorean, donc on a constaté que les circuits temporels font de plus en plus des siennes, on va dire. On va retourner au labo et on va revenir au lycée après, pour, entre guillemets, réinitialiser un peu les choses, et on va demander à Doc de réeffectuer un test.
I'm back, and I'm busy. Make yourself at home, though.
Et on y retourne. On va regarder si la lumière est toujours verte.
Hey, the light's green.
Yes. On va pouvoir le dire à Doc pour qu'il refasse un test en espérant que ça fonctionne.
I need to talk to you.
Excuse me, my dear.
Not at all, Mr. Sagan. Take your time.
Much obliged, Miss Strickland. Yes?
Your chronometer's gone green again.
Excellent. Let's hope this time my test run is a success. I'm sorry to desert you again.
Yes, well, you've left me with plenty to think about.
Ok.
Any luck this time?
Depends what you mean by luck. My arrival time was off again.
By how much?
8 hours this time. Gave me the chance to take in 3 showings of Frankenstein. Good movie. A bit implausible from a scientific perspective, but I can see how my younger self would have been mesmerized.
What about the DeLorean?
Oh, yes. I did get one critical piece of information. The chromium elements in my circuits became unstable during the temporal shift. I should replace them with titanium.
Great.
Now, unfortunately, titanium won't become commercially available till the Kroll process is perfected in 9 years.
9 years?
But there may be another solution. I'm going to fire up the chronometric analyzer again. Then, while I'm stalling Edna, you can... Uh-oh. Where'd Edna go?
The lab!
You better get down there before she makes the situation impossible. I'll tend to the DeLorean.
Age to perfection. Hey, Emmett, I'm back.
Ok.
Oh my!
You know, I thought you were coming down here to keep Emmett focused on his invention.
Oh, she is. But she's generously scheduled brief canoodling breaks every 45 minutes to keep my mind fresh.
Time's up, dear. Let's get back to work.
Shall we?
Now, Mr. Crockett, what can I do for you?
Alors, on va lui dire...
Mr. Sagan says he needs to talk to you back at the high school.
He does? Whatever for?
He says he's got a lead on the speakeasy arsonist.
He does he? Well, I'm not sure anyone cares about that old story anymore. But I suppose I could spare a few minutes in the service of solving a crime. Will you be all right without me, sweetheart?
It'll be tough, but I think I'll muddle through.
Try to keep him focused. He's so easily distracted.
Don't I wish?
Donc, ce qu'on va faire, on va donner le spray à Emmett.
There it is. I've been looking all over for my portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Where'd you find it?
Out by the trash.
That's strange. I haven't been out there for hours. Oh well.
Are you gonna spray your jacket? It's looking a little dusty.
Not until it's really dirty. This cleanser doesn't grow on trees, you know. Well, some of the ingredients grow on trees, but the rest are synthesized polycarbonate
Really
detergent
dirty?
blends.
I can do that. I'll wait until you're at the expo to show Edna what a suit-destroying slob you can be.
Well, that's about it.
It is?
Yep. As soon as I get all this stuff loaded into the truck, I'll be ready for the expo. Want to lend me a hand?
How about I go tell Edna you're coming? I'll, get her ready for you to pop the question.
Good thinking. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
I really hope this works.
Je sais pas.
Doc.
J'allais dire, je sais pas si vous avez remarqué, mais sur le dernier plan de Doc dans le labo, juste à côté, à droite, il y avait une caisse sur laquelle était marqué Peabody Farm. C'est encore une référence au film, puisque pour ceux qui ne connaissent pas le film par cœur, la ferme Peabody, c'est exactement l'endroit où Marty se scratch, on va dire, quand il arrive en 1955 avec la DeLorean. et il arrive par inadvertance, du coup, après avoir voulu échapper aux Libyens. Ça, c'est pour les gens qui ne connaissent pas les films, encore une fois. Et pour en revenir au jeu, on va demander à Doc... c'est quoi toutes ces activités? Toute cette activité?
What's all the hustle and bustle?
It's almost time for the opening ceremony.
Holy jeez, I better work fast. I think I got it all worked out. When it all comes together, Edna will think you're the worst guy in town. I just need a couple more pieces.
Well, don't go to too much trouble.
What do you mean? Oh. You got Edna to break things off?
Not exactly. You see, I've been mulling things over, and... in the timeline you're from...
The right timeline?
Yes, I've got a wife.
A great wife. Clara, and kids, and a dog. And a bitchin' time train, and...
And Edna? How does her story turn out? How does she end up?
Oh, well, Edna ends up... You're not really supposed to know these things in advance. It's bad luck.
But you told me how my story turns out.
Yeah, but...
And it's not as if I'll be in a position to do anything about it once my younger counterpart's destiny has shifted. I imagine I'll be folded into the new timeline, and I'll probably lose all memory of the old one.
Maybe.
So tell me, just to satisfy my curiosity, what's going to become of Edna?
On va lui mentir parce que je pense que c'est pas la peine qu'il se torture l'esprit avec un truc qui de toute façon va être effacé.
She's doing great. She's got a full life, lots of friends, always busy.
She's got a fellow?
Sure, lots of them.
Lots of them? She's a tramp?
No, what I meant to say was...
Let's start over. How does Edna end up?
To be honest, she ends up kinda sad.
Sad?
She lives with some cats in a dinky little apartment, and she spends most of her time yelling out her window at people, and collecting newspapers, and living in the past.
I see. Perhaps we've been going about this problem the wrong way. Do we really have to completely obliterate my timeline so we can restore yours?
Doc?
Maybe we could have the best of both worlds. I could be with Edna, but it could be a little bit, more healthy.
Can you hear yourself? Do you know what you're saying? Let me remind you. Doc, she tried to erase your brain.
Oh, she was terrible, no argument. Horrible. Oh, but she started out with such pure intentions.
So did Nero. I don't believe this.
All I'm saying is, let's stop and take a breath. This elaborate plan to derail my younger self's love life, is the short-term misery worth the long-term gain? Maybe we can find a third way. One where everybody wins. What do you think?
On va lui dire que c'est impossible étant donné ce que Edna a essayé de faire au moment où Doc et elle-même dirigeaient Hill Valley, donc le Hill Valley dictatorial, encore une fois, l'espèce d'état policier. Je pense qu'il a un petit peu oublié ce qui s'est passé.
No, I'm sorry, Doc. I can't go along with what you're saying. You don't belong with Edna.
So you're determined to break us up, in spite of my stated wishes?
Basically, yeah.
Then there's nothing left to say.
Where are you going?
Why should it matter to you? Aren't you planning on overriding me?
Et oui, parfois se séparer de certaines choses ou de certaines personnes peut être douloureux sur le coup, mais pourtant très très bénéfique sur le long terme. Et c'est exactement ce qu'on est en train d'essayer de faire avec le jeune Doc et Edna. Ce qu'on va faire, c'est que on va verser le bidon d'huile sur le costume du jeune Doc, du coup, pour que Edna le perçoive comme quelqu'un qui est un peu maladroit et comme quelqu'un de moins bon que ce qu'elle imagine.
Hey, Emmett, what's keeping you?
Yo, hello, Sonny. I guess I've got a mild case of stage fright. I'm about to play my big scene, you know? No telling how Edna's gonna react.
You've, got something on your suit.
Oh, so I have. Anti-stain formula, work your magic.
Emmett!
Just in the nick of time. Step back now. We're gonna need a little space here.
Oh, aren't you a vision? Like something that descended from the heavens.
Yes, I'm feeling a bit elevated at the moment. There's something I've just gotta ask you.
Wait, your tie's a bit crooked.
I've been holding it inside for weeks now, and I've simply gotta get it off my chest.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
My grandfather's suit!
My formula!
Oh.
Look! Turn your head! I'll be right back, and we can try this all over again.
It's Lathrop Brown!
Huh?
Trixie Trotter! How do you know this woman?
I don't! I mean, I listened to some of her records, and I may have taken a picture or two of her, but I...
Go on! Deny to the world that you know me. Perhaps it is true, but I know you all too well.
What is going on here?
You rich boys are all alike. You think material possessions can compensate for a broken heart. Well, you can take back your furs, and take back this gaudy diamond,
Ouch.
too! I don't need your expensive presents. I need you. And more importantly, little Emmett Jr. needs you.
Well,
Edna,
don't Edna me. Apparently you are not the man I took you for.
But I am, see? The mental alignment meter proves it. I am the man you fell in love with.
Let me see that card.
Et là, on va avoir une surprise. Enfin, Edna va avoir une surprise.
I should have known. A degenerate criminal.
What?
Get out of my sight! I never want to see you again!
That was rough, Emmett. I'm sorry you had to go through it, but things are gonna be okay. You and me can... Emmett?
That went off great, huh?
Yeah, maybe too great. Emmett!
Bon, nous voilà revenus sur la place de l'hôtel de ville, du coup, toujours en 1931, on ne change pas d'époque. On va voir ce qui se passe maintenant.
Emmett!
Go away!
Come on! Where are you? I'm sorry you had to go through that scene at the expo. Things didn't work out the way you expected, but everything's gonna turn out okay. See, I know how this story turns out, and...
The story is over.
Okay, Emmett, hold still. I know your emotions are running a little wild, but don't do anything crazy.
Emotions? What emotions? My emotions are dead. They say I'm crazy, got no sense, but I don't care. They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care.
Stop!
What are you doing up here?
Don't jump!
I wasn't gonna jump.
Then what do you...
This is where I come when I want to think.
Oh.
When I want to be alone.
Oh. What are you thinking about?
Can't you take a hint? I don't want you here. I don't need you.
You don't know what you need.
And you do?
As a matter of fact, yeah. You need... To get some perspective, think about it. All the people who have it even worse than you. For instance, Frankenstein's monster.
Frankenstein. I tell you that my very life force is drained away, and you want to talk about Hollywood monster movies.
It's a very inspirational monster movie. Especially the scene where they bring the monster to life. There's this big gurney that lifts him up into the air, and see, there's this wild storm going on, and lightning crashing everywhere. It's amazing. And you just gotta see it, Emmett. It'll change your life.
Look at my helmet. Which light is flashing?
Yellow.
Apathy. I don't care about movies. I don't care about anything anymore. And I never will.
Don't give me that. You care. You still care about inventing things.
Inventing is overrated. 99% hype, 10% fraud. Name one invention that ever did anybody any good.
How about... Think about Edison and the light bulb. That was a great invention.
Yeah, might have been. If there was anything in this miserable world worth illuminating.
On va essayer la voiture.
The automobile was a great invention, right? You love cars.
Yes. If I'm lucky, I may be struck by one today.
Bon. Eh bien, dans ce cas, on va essayer le téléphone.
The telephone. Think how that invention has revolutionized the whole world.
Yes. Now a person can be rejected long distance.
Help me out here.
You're getting on my nerves, Crockett. At least you would be if I still cared about anything.
Me? You care about me, Doc.
You?
Yeah.
You did this to me.
Did what?
I was perfectly content drudging away in my dad's law office. You show up out of nowhere, get me all excited about inventing, and disappear. 2 months later, you show up again, you trick me into making a hero out of myself and getting involved with Edna Strickland. Then you appear a third time and pretend to be my friend just so you can yank the rug out from under me and send me sprawling into the dirt.
Okay, I can work with that.
I loathe you, Sonny Crockett. Or is that even your real name?
Bon, on va essayer de lui faire bien mal pour pouvoir être sûr que l'espace-temps sera bien effacé, donc on va lui dire non.
Marty, my name is Marty.
Oh, so everything you've told me's been a lie.
More or less.
Why? Why did you ruin my life?
On va lui dire qu'on a fait ça par plaisir, encore une fois, pour être sûr qu'il n'y ait aucun résidu temporel.
I did it for fun.
You ruined my life for fun?
Yeah, that's how I get my kicks.
You bastard. And all that time you spent building up my dreams, telling me I was going to be a great scientist.
Yeah, what a laugh. Dreams are only for people with guts enough to follow them.
You're saying I don't have guts?
You? Look at you.
What do you know? A person like you? You don't know the first thing about me. I have more dreams in my little finger than you'll ever have.
Hey, daydreams don't count.
Daydreams? That's what they said to Edison. That's what they said to Einstein. That's what they said to...
Dr. Frankenstein?
Yeah, and look what they accomplished. I'm sick of people telling me what I can and can't do. First my father, then Edna, now you. Listen to me, good. From now on, I'm living my life my way. I'm taking my own advice and I'm following my own ideas. My ideas. Do you hear me? My ideas. Great Scott. I've got it.
Got what?
A solution. My invention. I know how to make it work.
Mental alignment meter?
No, my airborne personal transport device.
The rocket car?
Not rockets at all. That was my mistake. The basic idea was sound, but the propulsion system was unworkable. But the lightning! Suddenly the answer is clear. It came to me all at once, like...
A bolt of lightning?
Exactly! Static electricity! Super ionized static electricity powering the asynchronous oscillation of frictionless plates inside the... What's this stupid thing doing on my head?
Emmett, you're you again.
Here I've been wasting my time with silly mind-reading tricks when there's serious science to be done. And the expo begins at 8!
Let's get the hell out of here before anything else happens.
What?
I said, let's get out of here before anything...
et re-écho au film, un petit peu. Du coup, le côté un peu sadique des réponses qu'on a données, enfin voilà, c'était justement pour que Doc retrouve son caractère de base, c'est-à-dire son intérêt pour la science et rien d'autre. Là, on a atteint notre objectif puisqu'effectivement, il n'a pas continué son flirt, on peut dire, son histoire d'amour avec Edna. Et du coup, comme on l'a bien énervé et bien frustré, il s'intéresse de nouveau à la science. Donc c'est plutôt une bonne chose puisqu'au final on l'a littéralement remis dans le droit chemin. Quand je dis remis dans le droit chemin, j'entends remis dans le contexte temporel dans lequel il devait se trouver avec les idées qu'il devait avoir. Voilà, on l'a remis, on va dire, sur la bonne voie. Maintenant, on va lui parler. Maintenant qu'il est un petit peu coincé ici, il n'aura pas d'autre choix que de nous écouter. On va lui parler.
Emmett! What?
Got anything useful on you?
Only my wallet. Oh, and this portable anti-stick, anti-stain formula. Don't!
Ah, bravo. Alors.
Got any ideas for me?
I think I used up my quota for the day.
I'm sorry about you and Edna.
Water over the bridge. Now get me down from here.
Hang in there.
Very funny.
La corde. On va descendre. On va ramasser le spray. On va l'utiliser sur la statue. Comme ça, on va dissoudre la statue et on va libérer la corde et Emmett va pouvoir descendre. Voilà. Je vais juste enlever le spray de mes mains et je vais entrer dans le palais de justice.
Hold on!
I wasn't planning on doing anything else.
Et on va essayer de se balancer sur la corde pour pouvoir appliquer le spray sur le pied de Doc.
The spray would reach all the way over there. I don't think the spray would reach all the way over there. I don't think the spray would reach all the way over there.
Alors, comment je pourrais faire?
Ah, gotcha.
Let's get out of here.
Your pants,
Ah.
they're stuck.
Do something before we're crushed. Ah.
Ok. Donc là, je vais utiliser le spray, je pourrais l'atteindre. Je vais dissoudre son pantalon pour que je puisse le libérer. Et normalement, après, ce sera terminé. On va regarder.
What are you doing?
Trust me. Hold on.
What did you say your name was again?
Marty.
Marty? Thanks.
Don't mention it.
Tungsten. The catalyst will need to be made out of tungsten, given the temperature within the converter will no doubt be intense. We'll have to harvest the filaments from all the light bulbs in my house.
Your invention. You think you can finish it before the end of the expo?
Think? I've got to. My future depends on it.
Then let's go.
Of course, the oscillating plates will need to be calibrated precisely. Even the slightest misalignment could cause the magnetic field to fluctuate in intensity, leading to sudden shifts in polarity. The results could conceivably be catastrophic.
Who cares?
My thought exactly. Science should be messy and unpredictable, or else where's the fun of it?
Alors je le dis un petit peu tard, mais je voulais pas parler pendant que Doc parlait. Je sais pas si vous avez remarqué, mais les statues de la mairie...
Got the kinks worked out of your car of the future?
Not all of them, but at least the DeLorean's mundane terrestrial functionality remains intact.
As usual, I have not the slightest idea what you're talking about. In fact, you remind me of someone I used to...
There, my dear, don't worry. I'm sure it will all turn out well in the end.
Maybe for everyone else, but I suddenly feel very much like someone who's going to be alone and unloved for a very long time. Maybe I should get a cat.
Nonsense. I can state with nearly 100% certainty that you're going to have a long and fulfilling life.
How can you know that?
I think you'll find I know almost everything worth knowing about you and young Emmett. And his friends. Tell me, how much do you know about Sonny Crockett?
Donc j'étais en train de dire que je sais pas si vous avez remarqué, mais les statues de la mairie qui étaient sur les cordes, enfin sur la corde à laquelle était suspendu Doc, eh bien c'était Einstein sur la statue. Dans le prochain épisode du coup, donc dernier chapitre, nous allons voir un petit aperçu.
I realized that it wasn't Edna that made my life miserable. It was science. She used my science to turn Hill Valley into a police state. If Emmett doesn't go through with a demonstration at the expo, his dreams of being a scientist will dim just enough for Edna to step back into his life and steer him down another path.
Doc.
Ok. Donc, compte tenu de ce qu'on vient de voir de la fin de ce chapitre 4 et des extraits qu'on vient de voir du prochain chapitre, moi je dirais que Doc va commencer à se retourner contre Marty parce que peut-être qu'il lui en veut d'avoir complètement démoli son espace-temps. Donc je ne sais pas, c'est juste une petite hypothèse pour le prochain chapitre. Le prochain chapitre comme celui-ci, donc les chapitres 4 et 5, je ne peux que me répéter, mais je ne les ai jamais faits. Dans la première partie que j'avais démarrée, je m'étais arrêtée à la fin du chapitre 3. Donc le chapitre 5, je le découvrirai avec vous lors du prochain live. Voilà. Au niveau du chapitre 4, je dois avouer qu'il m'a quand même beaucoup plu. J'ai bien aimé notamment revoir le lycée de Hill Valley pour la première fois dans le jeu, et notamment le voir en 1931. Puisque dans le film, le lycée de Hill Valley, on le voit en 1985, on le voit en 1955, d'ailleurs il a l'air tout neuf, mais on ne le voit jamais à d'autres époques. Et là, je trouve que le jeu a su exploiter, en faisant évidemment des clins d'œil au film, mais a su exploiter un petit univers qui n'existe pas dans le film et qui est quand même bien sympathique. Donc voilà. J'ai bien aimé ce chapitre-là. Pour l'instant, jusqu'à maintenant, je ne saurais absolument pas vous dire quel chapitre est mon préféré, puisque je les trouve tous très bien. J'ai peut-être une légère préférence pour le premier, pour le côté un petit peu inattendu du fait que justement au début du premier chapitre, la DeLorean revient toute seule devant le labo de Doc, et Doc n'est pas là, et on ne sait pas du tout ce qu'il advient de lui. Donc c'est un petit peu le chapitre qui lance le reste du jeu. Ouais, peut-être que j'aurais une légère préférence pour celui-là, mais honnêtement, il y a pratiquement rien, puisque je les aime pratiquement tous à la même intensité. Pour l'instant, je trouve ce jeu très très bien. Et du coup, on a maintenant fait plus des 3/4 du jeu. Voilà, il nous reste qu'un seul chapitre qu'on découvrira lors du prochain live Retour vers le futur, qui a lieu, si tout se passe bien, demain. Et du coup, j'en profite pour clôturer tranquillement ce live. J'espère qu'il vous a plu. Merci de l'avoir regardé en live. Merci de l'avoir également regardé en rediffusion si vous êtes ici sur la rediffusion. N'hésitez pas à le liker, à me dire en commentaire ce que vous avez pensé du jeu et puis du chapitre de manière plus précise. Et sur ce, eh bien moi je vous dis à très bientôt, à demain, si tout se passe bien, pour le prochain live Retour vers le futur. N'hésitez pas également d'ici là à vous abonner à la chaîne si ce n'est pas fait, et surtout parce que c'est super important à activer la cloche pour être informé de chacune des sorties de vidéos ou alors de chacun des débuts de live. Voilà, n'hésitez pas également à me suivre sur mes divers réseaux sociaux. Vous trouverez tous mes réseaux dans le profil de ma chaîne YouTube ou alors dans la description. Voilà, je les ai réactualisés en plus, donc n'hésitez pas à aller me suivre, notamment sur Instagram parce que c'est là-bas que je suis la plus active. Je m'appelle pareil partout, c'est Aloes Freedom partout, donc ça devrait pas être très difficile pour vous de trouver. Et encore une fois, si vous n'arrivez pas à trouver, tous les liens sont dans le profil de ma chaîne YouTube. Voilà, donc de manière générale, n'hésitez pas à vous abonner à la chaîne, à activer la cloche, à me suivre sur mes divers réseaux sociaux en commençant par Instagram, mais je suis aussi présente sur Facebook, sur X, donc Twitter si vous préférez, sur Threads, sur Instagram, sur TikTok. Voilà, n'hésitez pas à me suivre là-bas pour venir découvrir tout mon petit univers et en même temps me faire découvrir le vôtre, puisque j'adore toujours quand je découvre des nouvelles visions, des nouvelles approches, des nouveaux univers. Enfin bref, ça m'intéresse beaucoup. Donc voilà, sur ce, je termine ce live et je vous dis à tous et à toutes à bientôt lors du prochain live Retour vers le futur. Si vous regardez ce live en rediffusion, il y a de très fortes chances pour que le live suivant soit déjà disponible en rediffusion aussi. Donc n'hésitez pas à aller y jeter un coup d'œil si le cœur vous en dit. Et sur ce, moi je vous dis à très bientôt pour un prochain live sur Retour vers le futur, demain normalement. Et d'ici là, je vous souhaite une très bonne nuit, une très bonne soirée, une très bonne journée en fonction du moment auquel vous le regardez. Et je vous dis à bientôt. Bye bye!